For years, Greg Gutfeld has been one of the most talked about personalities on Fox News, known for his quick wit, sarcastic humor, and a brand of commentary that often blurs the line between comedy and controversy. But lately, things aren't looking good for the outspoken host, and the signs are becoming impossible to ignore. Once hailed as the king of late night for his high-rated show Gutfeld, Greg built his success on being unpredictable. He mocked politicians, celebrities, and even his own colleagues, and his audience loved him for it. But as the world changed, Gutfeld's humor started to hit a little differently. What once seemed bold and funny began to sound harsh and polarizing to many viewers. The turning point came earlier this year, when Greg made comments that even longtime Fox viewers called offensive and unnecessary. His remarks about sensitive historical events, especially those tied to the Holocaust, drew nationwide outrage. The White House condemned his statements, and the Auschwitz Memorial released a rare public response calling his words dangerous. Even people inside Fox News reportedly felt he had gone too far. Behind the scenes, insiders say the fallout was immediate. Producers were pressured to tone down the show's edgier segments, and executives began rethinking the network's primetime image. Sources claim there's growing tension between Gutfeld and the upper management, particularly over how far the show can push the limits before advertisers begin walking away. Viewers have also noticed changes. Episodes have been preempted, rescheduled, or quietly shortened to make room for breaking news. In some markets, Gutfeld was pulled altogether for several weeks, sparking rumors that the host's position might be in jeopardy. Online, even loyal fans admit the show feels different, lacking the spark it once had. Some say Gutfeld seems distracted or frustrated, as if the weight of recent controversies is finally catching up with him. And then came another twist. California Governor Gavin Newsom publicly called for Fox News to take disciplinary action, accusing Gutfeld of spreading fabricated stories. The statement went viral, and while Fox News didn't issue an official response, the damage was done. The controversy gave ammunition to critics who've long claimed that Greg's comedy has turned into dangerous political theater. For Greg Gutfeld, this moment feels like a crossroads. He's facing mounting criticism from both sides: liberal activists who see him as reckless, and conservative insiders who fear his outbursts are hurting the network's credibility. Meanwhile, other hosts are quietly rising in popularity, threatening his once untouchable spot in Fox's lineup. Industry experts believe Fox is preparing for a strategic refresh of its primetime schedule, and Gutfeld's future may depend on whether the network believes his controversies still bring in more viewers than they drive away. For now, there's no official word of cancellation, but the silence speaks volumes. Those who know Greg describe him as defiant, a man who thrives on chaos and refuses to apologize. But even the toughest personalities have limits. Behind the cameras, friends say the pressure is beginning to show. He's tired, one insider revealed. He still loves doing the show, but it's not fun anymore. Whether this marks the end of Greg Gutfeld's run or the beginning of a reinvention, one thing is certain: the comedian turned commentator who once ruled late-night TV is standing on uncertain ground. And for the first time in a long time, things really aren't looking good for Greg Gutfeld.